I got 16 used books for $140. I don't even need to know what this is about. These are my 16 books. I'm going to take you through all the books I got and what they cost me. So let's get into it. This one is So Old, So Young by Grant Ginder. The cover is beautiful. I've heard really good things about it. It seems like it was from Book of the Month, so that's always reliable because I love Book of the Month. So this one is over the course of 20 years and is following 6 college friends together, kind of going through their journeys. I think it's kind of interesting, I guess, to read about and learn about kind of like people's life stages and how friendships change, how circumstances change, all those things. So I think I will really enjoy this one, kind of seeing their friendship shift as they're, in college to like getting married, having kids, all those things. So this one was $15, and which is pretty good for a hardcover. I got Buckeye by Patrick Ryan. This one was also $15. I feel like I've heard a little bit mixed reviews about it. I've heard that it's really good, but then I've also heard it's kind of boring. So I guess we'll see. But it sounds good. So this one's set in Ohio. So this guy's wife can conjure the dead, helping families connect with those they've lost. So this one's set in like World War II era and following 2 families kind of across generations and kind of how consequences of the previous generations affect the later. So I think it's kind of interesting to learn about generational stuff. A book that was about like multiple generations was The Bright Years, and that's like my favorite book that I've ever read. So hopefully this one ends up good too. We shall see. The next one I got was The Sisters by Jonas Hassan Khemiri. It was $15. It's a honker. It's over 600 pages, which I don't normally love, but I've heard good things about it. The cover's cool, so I mean, maybe eventually I can get the audiobook too and kind of help with that, because it's hard to read a book that long. Personally, I lose interest. So this one's kind of following different sisters, and I enjoy like learning about like sister dynamics because I also don't have a sister, so it's just interesting to learn about and kind of, especially like over the course of years, how that shifts and things like that. So I'm interested to read this one, but it might be a little long for me. But the cover is beautiful, so it'll look very nice on my shelf. Next is Firefly Lane, which is set in 1974, and it follows 2 friends. I love Kristen Hanna. I've read The Great Alone, The Nightingale, and The Women by her, and I'm seeing her speak in a couple weeks. So I know I'm gonna love this. So I'm very excited. It's a little bit long, as most of her books are, because it's having to set up history and kind of what's happening at the time It's 477 pages, but I'm very excited for this one. Next, I got Dream State by Eric Puckner. This one was $11. It's about this girl, Cece, who is getting married in Montana, and her husband to be is Charlie, and Charlie has asked his friend Garrett to officiate their wedding, and she's kind of mad about it because she doesn't think he's going to do good. But then it seems that Cece and Garrett become a little closer, so hopefully that doesn't mean that there's like cheating or anything in that, but I don't know if Cece chooses to be with Garrett or what, but it's set in Montana and the cover's beautiful, so I thought it's an Oprah's book club pick also, so it's probably pretty good, so I'm excited to dive into this one. Next, I got Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. This one was $7, so you really can't beat that. It's not in excellent condition, but it's cheap. I just love Frederick. He writes really good. I don't even need to know what this is about. It's just that he writes really good, so I don't even need to know. This one, also by Frederick, A Man Called Ove. Love Frederick's writing always, and this one is a movie. It's called A Man Named Otto. They just changed the guy's name. I don't really know why. So I want to see the movie, so I want to read this first and kind of compare. I think that's kind of fun to do and see if it's a lot different, if it's similar, and just kind of makes you, I don't know, makes you more connected to the movie, I feel like. So this one as well. Next, I got Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I already read this one like probably a couple years ago, and I liked it, so I just saw this at the bookstore. It was $15. I just thought I'd get it from my shelf because I thought it would look nice on my shelf. So a little bit of a trophy. Next, I got Best Offer Wins. This one was $10. This one is kind of about a bidding war. This lady really, really, really wants this house. It kind of says that she goes to some extremes to make sure she gets this house. Some stalking, maybe, some trespassing, things like that, and it gets a little unhinged, it says in the synopsis. So I think something like buying a house is normally really boring. So it's intriguing to me that they're making it into a thriller. So I'm interested to see kind of what this lady does to get this house. Next is All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. This is one that I've seen a lot around. I've seen it's been very popular, so I wanted to get it. It was $11, which is pretty cheap. It looks like kind of a long book. Yeah, it's over 500 pages, but that's okay. It's set in 1975, kind of at the tail end of the Vietnam War. Some girls are being taken from this town in Missouri. This boy saves a girl, but it says in doing so he leaves heartache in his wake. So Patch, the boy, and those who love him soon discover that the line between triumph and tragedy has never been finer. So I'm kind of interested to see what that means, because it seems like he saved a girl, but I'm interested to see kind of what else happens that makes it complicated, and also, like it says, he leaves heartache in his wake. So this is intriguing. It has the read with Jenna sticker, so it's got to be pretty good and pretty popular. So I'm excited about this one. Got The Husbands by Holly Gramazio. So this is about Lauren. She gets home to her place, and there's a man named Michael there who is her husband, but she has never seen this man before. She does not have a husband, so she's trying to figure this out. And then as she's figuring this out, Michael, the husband, goes into the attic to change a light bulb and abruptly disappears. In this place, a new man emerges, and a new, slightly altered life reforms around her. So she is trying to figure out like what happened when she first goes home, and then it kind of changes again. So I'm very intrigued about this. I've kind of seen some mixed reviews on it, but it does sound very intriguing. It says, "Do you take this man? No. What about this one?" So very interesting. I've never seen one where it's like it twists like that twice. So be very interesting. Got The Lightbreakers by Asia Gable. This one was a book of the month, so that kind of intrigued me. This one was $15. It's from November 2025 for book of the month. It's kind of about some time travel stuff. There's a couple, Maya and Noah, who had lost their daughter prior, and Noah is invited to he's a quantum physicist, and he's invited to work at this laboratory, and then gets involved in some pretty secret experiments, and he is kind of able to potentially see his daughter again, so it's kind of going through that. And I read a book recently about time travel and kind of the moral implications of that. I thought that was interesting, so I thought this would be kind of on a similar boat of like, yes, we would all love to go back and see certain people do certain things, but then there's a lot of ripple effects after that, so I'm interested to see kind of what this one entails. So this is it for my used books. So these all cost $140 in total for 12 books. So not too bad. And then I went to some little free libraries. So I got Trespasses by Louise Kennedy. This one is kind of categorized as a drama. So this lady is a teacher and she also works at her family's pub, like maybe as a waitress or something. Then she meets somebody, and this guy, it says he has a sophisticated world. Then the father of a student is savagely beaten, setting in motion a chain reaction that will threaten everything and everyone this lady most wants to protect. So I'm kind of interested to see this. Like, I thought the cover really drew me to it, and I thought the cover was really cool. So I'm excited about that. So then I also saw Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. It's a Reese's Book Club pick. It seems like Eleanor struggles with appropriate social skills and tends to say exactly what she's thinking. It seems like she might be a little autistic or something. So she meets this guy named Raymond, a bubbling IT guy from her office, whose big heart will ultimately help Eleanor find the way to repair her own profoundly damaged one. So kind of seems like it's smart, warm, and uplifting. So it kind of seems like a feel-good read. Then this one, The Light on Halsey Street by Vanessa Miller. This is actually an arc. I've never had an arc, so I thought it'd be cool to kind of have an arc, and it sounded interesting. And then The Midnight Library, Matt Haig. This one's pretty popular, and I've kind of seen it other places, but I found it at a little free library. So there's this library that enables people to live as if they had done things differently. So there's different lives in the library, a possible world in which you could make different choices, played out in an infinite number of ways, affecting everyone you know, as well as many people you never met. So this is kind of an interesting thought of like the choices that you could take back and like do differently, but then also like what comes after that and what's the ripple effect of that. So kind of some good thinking points. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So these are my 16 books that I got for $140, which is about $8 a book. So I'm gonna try to find room for these on my shelf, and I'm excited to read all of these. So thank you for watching my video. Hope to see you in the next one.